Hi everyone, this is Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Today is orange. Yay! The second week, y'all. So I did a silly and I recorded orange and accidentally deleted all but the very last video. So what I did was I worked up a pretend swatch with a little tiny piece of green thread that I had to represent our week 1. So if you will envision that this is just a small section of our week 1. Okay? So this is what we're doing. And I am terribly sorry that I accidentally deleted it all. But here goes. So here's what we're going to do. You're looking at your piece in the round. And on your arches, there are 3 picots. We're going to insert our needle with our second week thread from the front to the back. Now for this part, you're going to want about 40 inches of thread, just so you know. You're going to need a good long tail to make it all the way around that part. So here we go. We're going to make our very first arch. Our very first arch consists of, real quick, you can tie a knot here if you want to. I will not be. So our first arch consists of 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches. So go ahead and do that. So there's 5 picot and 5 more double stitches. Okay. Then you'll just pull your tail thread through, just like you do any other arch. Okay. So go ahead and pull your tail thread all the way up through, adjusting as you need to, just like that. And then you have your little picot on the side here. Okay. So without turning your work, you can place a knot if you would like. Okay. Now we're going to make a ring, and the ring is 5 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches. Remember that when you're doing a ring, you're going to want to reserve a little bit. Don't pull it all the way through, because we need to bring our needle through the loop, cinch down that loop, and then close to form your ring. Okay. Once again, without turning your work, you can place a knot if you so desire. You do not have to. And we're going to do our second arch. Our second arch is the same as the very first one. 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches. Okay. Pull your tail all the way through. Okay. Now what you will do is reach over to the next arch to your right, because that's the direction that we're working, and insert your needle through that center picot from front to back. And once again, you can secure it with a knot. Not necessary, but a lot of people, including myself, like to do just to kind of hold it secure. Okay, so that is the repeat for the pattern today. For this week, you're going to do your arch, 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches. Do not turn your work. 5 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches. Again, do not turn your work. 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches, and then connect to the center picot of your next arch. You will continue to do this all the way around until you have 8 of them all the way around. And that is it for this week's part of the mystery tag-along. I will insert the little clip that I saved at the end to show you how to connect when you have reached all the way around and finish up your project. I will be lightly starching this before I go any further. You do not have to. That is entirely up to you. You can wait until the very end. I just want everything to lay nice and flat for pictures. Okay, so that is it for our week 2, everybody. Okay, so now we're back to the orange, since I accidentally deleted all the rest and had to redo it in another colorway. Okay, so this is how we finish up week 2. So we're going to go ahead and do our last arch, which is 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches. Please excuse my dog. They are outside at the moment, barking. Okay, there's 5. Picot, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so this is our last arch. Go. Now I am going to go ahead and block this after I sew in my tails, because it's wanting to be a little bit aggravating right now. Okay. Tired of piddling with it. Okay, so let me zoom in where you can really see where I'm working. So we have our picot that we started in right here. And then the little orange loop from where we went through the picot and started working this arch. Your goal is to get into that loop where you started your arch, in between your picot and your arch, right there at the beginning. So your goal is to get into that orange stranded loop right there. And I'm going from front to back. And pull my tail thread through. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to place a square knot. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of some of this excess tail. Just makes it easier making the square knot. All right, let me zoom back out a little bit. Okay. So I'm taking my needle from the right to the left, wrapping it around my working thread and pulling it through. Now my working thread is on my right and my tail thread is on my left. And now I want to go back the opposite direction. So now I'm going to go with my tail thread, making a knot, and my working thread just switch places back to their original position. Okay, now sew in your ends, and you can block it or wait until the very end to block it. That's entirely up to you. I'm just going to lightly block it, not real heavy starch, just enough to get everything to lay down and behave itself. There's one. Okay, gonna sew this last tail in. Just working it up through those double stitches a little ways. Okay, pull that out. And I always give it a little snug, just a little bit, and then trim off the excess. That way you can move your stitches back out and over that tail that you just wove in. Okay, so here we are. We are finished now with week 2, clue 2. I hope that you are still enjoying our mystery tat along. If you are, please give me a thumbs up and let me know how you're coming along and what you think so far down in the comments section. So until next week, everybody, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye for now.